blueberries. I've already put one bag in the bowl. I've got the next bag going in. All together we have 3 bags of frozen blueberries, 16-ounce bags, so 1 pound. I put all the juice in the pan out in the kitchen because I'm making a blueberry sauce to go over this to thicken the pie. Believe me, it is well worth it. It costs half the price of canned blueberries. You do not want to buy the canned blueberries at $5.99 a piece and make a $12 pie when I can make a $6 one for better. Now we got to test one to see how sour it is. Not too bad. Okay, right now we're stirring the blueberry sauce from the frozen blueberries with the sugar, and we're adding the slurry. A slurry is flour and water that is put together to thicken your juice together. And we have to keep stirring until the sugar is all mixed in.
How much sugar did you use? We
used a half a cup of sugar because the blueberries we tasted and they were a little bit tart, so you had to add sugar.
There we go.
Okay, now this is the bowl of blueberries, and see the sauce has gotten a little thinner. You got to add a little bit more flour because as this cooks, it's going to thin out even more because the blueberries are going to pop as they're cooking. So you want this really, really thick to start with. See how nice and thick it's gotten? Now you have to take a little taste of it because you got to see if the sweetness is still there or if you need to add more sugar. And don't worry about any flour taste that you have right now because it will cook out in the oven. You taste and tell me if it needs more sugar. You're the blueberry connoisseur. A little bit more sugar or no?
Nope.
Okay. Now we set this aside and we get the pie crust. Now the blueberry is being poured into the pie crust. And believe me, it looks like a lot, but guys, seriously, it will shrink down because the blueberries will pop, giving off their juices.
Moist.
And then that goes into the sink. And can I have a little bit of margarine, please? And every kind of pie that has fruit in it like this, you always add a little bit of sugar on the top, just to make sure it's going to be sweet enough. And you add a couple pats of butter. And that just helps add to the flavor. I'm wondering if I have too much fluid in it. It looks like it's kind of full. I think we're alright.
You always dump it out a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
Watch it. Let's fill it.
Can I have a
Make a blueberry juice out of it.
spoon? Not bad at all, my love.
I like it.
You get to do the crimping.
Yep.
Do you want a fork or do you could just crimp them together?
No,
You bring the bottom up?
Yep.
What?
The traditional blueberry process with the cover and put the slits in the top of it.
Yeah, we have to put the slits in it after Dad's done.
Right.
And then next is the peeling of the apple. And the coring of the apple.
Dad, what are you doing now?
I'm crimping as I did before.
Like the pumpkin, but now this one has a lid.
Has a lid. You got to bring the lid, the crimping up more than you did with the pumpkin, like so. So you pull it.
So it tightly
That makes it so if there is any juices that come out while it's baking, they're going to stay in.
So it kind of makes like a little dome in the middle.
It makes a dome in the middle, which holds it. It's like a little reservoir around the top.
Because that way it doesn't leak all over the oven.
There we go.
Oh God, they're perfect.
Now that that's stuck together, it wouldn't matter to shave off the excess, right?
That's
And then I
right. Now,
recrimp
Dad's
it.
not done yet. He's got to
Not
crimp
done.
all the edges.
I got to recrimp it. That was just to get it set for cutting.
Careful tilting it.
Redo this and sure it's stuck
There you
together.
go. More dough.
Yep.
You swore there was no one that could take you. This was the only way you leave. The pain in your eyes that you're trying to hide. All you could worry about was,
Please. And we're going to sit it on top of a cookie sheet. Right in the center. And then I can see where the butter is. Right there, right there, right there. So I'm going to avoid the butter because I want to keep the butter in. Just let the steam out. So I'm going to put a slit here. A slit here. And this is to let the steam out while it's cooking. Slit here. And a slit here. And we just put some tin foil on. I put the blueberry pies in the oven. The oven was well preheated from the pumpkin. It was cooking for over an hour and 350 degrees. And we need to cook the blueberry pie anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes. This is my blueberry pie completed. Tomorrow my husband's going to eat it. I cooked it on 350 degrees for about an hour. And the oven was preheated for a little over an hour due to the pumpkin pie.
and you left me was so unfair. I find a little comfort in knowing you are there. I'm gonna wait for you. It's the least I can do. And God knows you're waiting for me there, so I'm gonna wait for you.